By virtue of the powers vested in me as the acting Vice-Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University, I declare the congregation open for the conferring of degree and awarding of diplomas and certificates. You may all take your seats.
of God from James chapter 1. Knowing that the provision of your faith works patience, our joy at the onset of temptation should be because we know that we have an opportunity to develop a permanent spiritual fruit. If only we can respond correctly in those split seconds when the process of being drawn away and enticed is going on. The trying of our faith due to the spiritual temptation is in the sense of our faith that God is able to keep us from failing. Let us all stand and close our eyes. Bawo oyingcwele yisewe Nkosi yethu enguYesu Kristu ekseni nje Manuel sisondela kuwe sisondeza naba bantwana iba nabo ke mfeli wethu xa beza kwamkela ezizidanga xa beza kuthweswa moya oyingcwele uzugalele kanobomu umoya oyingcwele phezu kwabo ukuze bathi xa besuka kule ndawo bazi ukuba bawufumene umoya oyingcwele ngoko bameluze balivakalise ilizwi lakho kwiindawo zonke abahamba kuzo. Niphakamise izibane zenu ziphakame higher and higher ukuze zikhanyisele bonke abasemnyameni. Nilukhanyiselo lehlabathi ngoku. Kungoko ke sicela umoya oyingcwele ba uhambe nani nize nifike nilikhanyisele ihlabathi. Zenazi ukuba bonke abantu abaya kunibona baza kubona njengabantu abanomahluko, baza kunibona njengabantu abaphakamileyo, ningaziphakamisi ke nina koko nizole nilulamele umoya oyingcwele asebenze kuni egameni nasegazini lenkosi yethu Yesu Kristu. Amen.
Molweni. Ninjani? Nami ndiphilile. Igama lam ndi Professor Mashudu Dabana Maselesele. As indicated, I'm not the Vice Chancellor. I'm acting on her behalf, Professor Rushila Songa, the Vice Chancellor and Principal of Walter Sisulu University. On behalf of the Chancellor, Dr. Sheila Sisulu, the Chairperson of Council Advocate Ngugai Tobi, the Vice Chancellor and Principal, Professor Rushila Songa, it is indeed an honor for me to give a welcome address for the May 2022 graduates. Can you wave, clap your hands? Graduates. Let me acknowledge and welcome the presence of all members of council who are present this morning. Mr. Puti, Dr. Kheke, Dr. Mguzam Duba, and also welcome and acknowledge the presence of the former VC of CPUT, Professor Tanga. We are honored to have you amongst us. Also want to honor and welcome the presence of management of WSU, labor formations, staff of Walter Sisulu University, SRC, and all students. Also want to welcome the pastor who opened the word with prayer, and also to the graduates, the class of May 2022. We are honored to have you this morning. It's your day. Let's celebrate together. To the family and all honored guests who are present this morning, we welcome you and we appreciate the fact that you are here to celebrate one of your own that has made it. And to the graduates, I want to say to you, maybe a moment, can you just stand up and wave? It's your day today. Can you stand up a minute? Thank you. Yes, that is the spirit. As African, this is what we are known for. We celebrate, and let's celebrate the achievement of our own children, our own family members. Now, graduates, I want your attention. I'm saying, you have made it thus far, and we would like to encourage you that now this is the beginning of your career, and you need to go out there because we have given you vitamins. You know what vitamins do to a body? They stimulate appetite. Once you eat the vitamins, you want to eat more. So we have given you vitamins for education, for you to now get that stimulation to go and study more. And we will gladly welcome you back if you want to proceed with your studies. And I know some of you have already done that. I also know that the journey that you have traveled was not an easy one. But despite all the challenges of life, you have made it thus far. You made it through hard work. You made it through dedication, because we know it takes long hours of preparation to get to this day. It took also your self-discipline. It also took your positive self-talk, and also intrinsic motivation. And lastly, but not least, perseverance. This is why you are here today. Now we are sending you out to the world that is very harsh. We are saying we have given you enough ammunition. Go out and make it. Go out and show the world what you are made of. Go out and fly like eagles. Take up the challenge. Take courage, because the world is waiting for you. You shouldn't think of South Africa only. You shouldn't think of the Eastern Cape Province only. Think about globally, because you never know what happens. As long as you work harder and you go out fearlessly, you will make it to the top. I want to say, as I borrow from what the Vice Chancellor has been saying, do not allow fear to paralyze your mind. Because do you know what fear stands for? Let me tell you. F stands for false. E stands for evidence. A stands for appearing. R stands for real. So fear only means false evidence appearing real. And when it becomes real to your own life, as it appears real to you, you will think it is indeed real, and therefore your mind will get paralyzed. You will stop thinking, you'll be afraid of everything. You will even be afraid of even putting an application to apply for that job. So do you really want to be paralyzed by false evidence that goes out and make you paralyzed and not even get to where you want to go? Remember the step you took when you came to WSU, when you didn't even know anyone. Just remember where you started. So go out and take the bull by its horns and address the challenges of your time fearlessly. South Africa is bleeding, my kids. South Africa, bantwana bam, is bleeding. We are busy complaining about everything that is not right in South Africa. We're complaining about unemployment and all that and all that. But I'm saying to you, get out. Get out of our comfort zone and go out and make it to the top. And in that situation that is so difficult, if you have made it now, you can even make it now in the future. So I'm saying, let's go and arrest the bleeding that we see in our country. For we are waiting for you to bring that challenge. You have made it against all odds. You have made it against all difficulties. What will stop you now? When you have your certificate in your hands, when you have your education in your hands. Because, you know, a certain scholar said, Mr. King, he said, I open quotes, the beautiful thing about learning is that no one can ever take it away from you. Remember that. No one can ever take your learning away from you. Close quote. So go out and become positive people who are fearless, who will take up the challenges courageously so, and tell yourself, if others can't do it, I will do it, because it takes very few people to make change in this world. Go out and become ambassadors of Walter Sisulu University. To our guests, Walter Sisulu has embarked on a journey to provide education in our communities, in our country, internationally. We are saying education, as I borrow from the Vice Chancellor, education is an honor. We want to serve our communities with honor. And for us to achieve that, we are saying we are using Vision 2030 as a vehicle to achieve our goals. And I want to say our Butterworth campus is also on the process of changing for the better to provide education as an honor to this community. Therefore, Butterworth will not close, but Butterworth will change for the better. Butterworth will consolidate its academic offerings to ensure that we continue to offer quality programs. I want to say to our guests, relax, support the first woman, Vice Chancellor, Professor Rushila Sonia, as she takes the bull by its horn and as she's busy steering this university to greater heights. We can do better together. To our staff, I want to say, Walter Sisulu is in pursuit of excellence, and we can only achieve that excellence if we continue to work as a team, if we continue to work in unison. Because in our diverse way of thinking, we also need to converge towards each other and build this institution. As I conclude, I want to say, WSU will not make it alone. WSU needs you as staff members. WSU needs you as students. WSU needs all stakeholders working together towards one goal. And I want to say to all of you, enjoy the function. Rejoice with us for another milestone that we have achieved. As we celebrate the hard work, let's also remember to put our phones in silence. And also, as we celebrate and ululate when our family members come to the stage, let's do that in a short period so that we will be able to hear each and everyone's name. Welcome to this day. Enjoy the rest of the function. We appreciate the fact that we are here to celebrate our family members who have worked hard, and now they are bearing the fruits of their hard work. Thank you.
One, two.
Malaika nakupenda malaika. Malaika nakupenda malaika. Malaika nakupenda malaika. Sindwana madisina wa malaika. Isaza sumua roho yao. Isaza sumua roho yao. Sindwana madisina we nekuhowa malaika. Iteke hoasa iteke. Iteke hoasa iteke. Ningekuhowa mariwe, ningekuhowa tata. Nashindwana madisina we, ningekuhowa malaika. Malaika.
Acting Vice-Chancellor, I hereby declare that the candidates whose names appear on your program have duly satisfied all the requirements, and I have the honor to request you that they be presented to you for the conferring of degrees and awarding of diplomas and certificates in the respective instructional programs.
Madam Acting Vice-Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the Diploma in Human Resource Management.
Bongoza, Sikelela. Bonsa, Mnoneleli. Boy, Cornelius Zitulele. Bulala Abulele. Dabula Yonela. Dani Anelisa. Doti Anati. Fanayo Lona. Ganu Yonelani. Kambula Ombakazi. Okay, King Eleanor. Mluleki. Macoba Violwetu. Madikizela Kakamba. Madiloi Snekaya. Madolo Lungile. Okay. Makhubalo Spamandla Spulele. Mazizi Abulele. Mlethe Spusiso. Okay. Mqethemba akho. Mqoqi Indiphile. Mtoti Andiswa. Mzimba Spesande. Njike noloyiso. Nogemane Ibenati. Makhwekhwethe Khunjuzwa. Nomngongo Sivuyisiwe. Nongonyana Ayabukwa. Nkibongi Yolokazi. Sibobo Mosuli. Sijaji Nikiwe. Sithenge Anesipho. Oh, mntanami. Sitheke Snoyolo.
He qualifies the unqualified.
Sieki Emihle. Solani Yamkela. Sthembile Nokubonga. Thafeni Amanda. Thukela Sneliso. Khala Zosindiso.
Diyabulela makhulu, diyabulela kakhulu.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Human Resource Management.
Fipaza Tembeka, Mbali Mafu Nomzamo Edith, Mcinga Vuyiseka, Ntlangula Nelisa, Tabai Asipe,
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Hospitality Management.
Babi Akona, Bakajana Indamkele, Bashula Spesihle, Damse Olwetu, Gogo Makadunyiswe, Gumbi Andiswa, Hafuleni Alindile, Jackson Azenatis Nalo, Jaji Yonela, Georgisa Bongisiwe, Mamami, Lubelu Mahle, Macingwane Pumlani, Mahlamvana Azuziwe Muriel, Manqophozisa, Makhai Lisakhanya, Mazwisihle, Mbadamana Buyelwa, Mdayiza Yamkela, Mdwai Snovuyo, Mgeu Nelisiwe Bukho, Mkhize Qaqamba, Mbange Abulele Anthony, Ngalo Nambitha Nova, Khanga Amahle, Scoot Lily Estelle, Siesi Lungiswa, Sibongile Sogobile Guli, Thakathemini Ntokozo,
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Management.
Baba Bomikazi, Bafana Miriam, Chia Yonela Fortunate, Dana Sineziwe Mtumiseni, Delumzi Luqolo, Dlokolo Noluphiwo, Xumisa Endinako, Lempe Lebese, Mdai Abuyile, Ay! Hamba mntanam. Madikizela Mthetheleli, Mahundasi Leletu, Mathukuzo Nonjabulo, Mazizi Lisakhanya, Mbuzelwa Mihle, Memani Ongeziwe Caroline, Mjoli Siphelele, Mjuleka Esihle,
Mamenbona. Mamenbona.
Mlambo asavela. Mbo Kakamba. Mtumni Lelethu. Mbembesi Vielwa. Mpontshwana Yongama. Mbukula Notando. Mathumbu Thabisa. Mthikaka Nomhlobo. Mtsalwa asavela. Nzelu esethu. Ngamlana Amanda. Malume. Ngasane Vuisanani. Mama. Ngoko Nomsa. Ngola aphiwe. Nonyawo aphendule. Nozinyo nomfundiso. Ngabeni noluvo. Mtswayi Lilitha. Sidloyi Lusanda. Mamkati ambani mama khona. Uyambani umntanakho mamkati. Skade abonga. Sobazile aphelele. Sodosa nokuzola. Tati ambani umafungasha wakho. Sokoni Sinovuyo. Zenzele Nolihle.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the National Diploma Office Management and Technology.
Bangindawo Ncumisa. Bokwana Boniwe Sweetness. Caweni Siseko. Damoyi lihle. Dobo thuliswa. Dzanibe Vuyo. Kanjana Aviwe. Gedlula Victoria. Kulwa ongezwa. Kapaselinda. Lugomo Andiswa.
Nansi product ye-orphanage.
Mageka Ziyanda. Maphongwana Ntsikelelo. Magoloma Aphelele.
Dinje gumama dinje gumama.
Maiji Asemahle. Mbiko Ezile. Mbodli Sesethu. Mbotho Ntombi zethu. Mdunyelwa Zisanele. Dunyelwa Zisanele. Melane Nontuthuzelo. Mfundisi nolwazi. Mbikashe Alulutho. Msintsi Xolelwa. Mtongana Miranda. Mthwesi Mihle. Mawalase Bandlakazi. Mzinyathi Xoceka. Nama Athenkosi. Ndala Zusiphe. Ngeza Xola, Nomabhunga Sanelisiwe, Ngandanani Ziyanda Innocent, Tanjana Siphokuhle, Ntsibantu Maphelo, Sangovane Nokubonga, Sakuphatheka, Sokoni Nosihle, Sophangisa Avuziwe, Voya Cebisa Edith, Thobo Lindokuhle Mike,
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program receive the National Diploma Public Management.
Bacasive, Damani Zisanda, Dlaza Jelwajang Patricia, Dudumashe Tandogas, Fekade Ongeziwe, Gogodla Nosviwe, Kungwana Zongezile, Jama Thuliswa, Jikijela Nkululeko Avela, Jonas Ongeziwe, Jonga Nomgqibelo Matha, Mapetshe Snovuyo, Mabhengu Nomfuneko, Mafukula iviwe. Majinga nomveliso. Makhetha ntombi zonke. Manatha zinhle. Mangena thabo somikazi. Manjanja bulelwa. Mahula loto noma wethu. Mathomane Phumla. Menze simamkele. Mfeni zizipho. Mbiyonke anelisiwe. Mkadi sinazo Tamira. Mkhaka Phumla Happiness. Mchongo Kgefuwe. Munyu asavela. Mvundlela Mbasa. Ncame Masiqole. Ngongo Anezwa. Ncwembe Eza. Ngenge Sinegugu. Nguza Yonela. Nonqayi Sheila Nomaswazi. Ngoko Anela. Nhlali Ntombovuyo. Ntluzo Avuyile. Thatha Ntsumane Siyamthanda. Nunwana Vuyiseka. Nyama Mkhathazwa. Phakade Qika Mandilakhe. Shelembe mpumelelo. Sobhekwa naluphi. Sophothela mihle. Sochankana ntombikazi. Spellman sesethu. Spellman Vuyokazi. Thanda Olona. Cheke Chesposethu. Vonywa Buhle. Vukethwele Anita.
Mamchawe shukuma.
Vumsindo Sikelela. Khala Songeziwe.
Madam Acting Vice Chancellor, I have the honor to inform you that the candidates whose names appear on the program received the National Diploma Tourism Management.
Bangani Buhle. Bom Asandile. Mbokotho Luvo. Diko Ongeziwe. Dluthu Sivuyisiwe. Fiklan Elethu Angel. Fuchane Abenathi. Gogela Zukiswa. Jama Zandile Angel. Jealous Kumbuzo. Jingisa Luleka. Kehuti Yonela. Macozo Mazizipho Dorothy. Mafanya Sbusiso. Majavu Nondumiso. Masingatha Olwethu. Makitlana Tlabeleng. Mbali Gonzi Kukuposhia. Mbewana Nomfusi. Mboniso Lilita. Mfiki akhona. Mhlanti Nombini. Mngembele Ritabile. Mnukwa Inga. Mngambeli Votiwe. Msweli Nokhanya Zinhle. Ndudula Aseza. Nzenze Viwe. Mhlumayo Nombuso. Nombewu Songezelelo. Nontlantane Olona. Nyinde Abongile. Petse Zizipho. Qhuva Melezwa. Nkikela Ongeziwe. Saphepha Sive. Sithetho Mandlakazi. Siyothula Nasiphi. Madon, Swartboy Ongeziwe Samantha, Tanda Pisong Sangengosi. Tonjeni Kwanele. Tsele Matapelo. Vundla Kumbulani. Sorry. Sapam tanam. Zweni Lunga.
Greetings. Kunzima ke ukuthetha kuthethwa. The great king Sabatha Dalindyebo inkosi yabathembi ke yathi apha ezintsukwini okanye kwiiveki ezidlulileyo xa izawuadressa yaqale yathi, and I quote, kukwamapha yandula yathi zonke izinto ezintle ezilapha zezam. Yagqibelisa yathi zonke intombi ezinhle ezilapha zezam. Andiyonkosi ke, andiyonkosi kodwa bendikota nje la magama alenkosi athi kukwamapha zonke izinto ezinhle ezilapha zezam kwakunye zonke intombi ezilapha ezinhle zezam. Ngalo mazwi ke ndiyanibulisa, ndinamkela to i-graduation. Ndiqale ndibulise isigqeba se-council in absentia, uchairperson. Ndibulise u-vice chancellor in absentia kunye ne-entourage yakhe. Ndibulise i-SRC kunye neenkokheli zonke ze-labor formations kunye nemibutho elapha esikolweni. Ndibulise abazali abaphakathi kwethu namhlanje. Ndigqibelise ngokuthi mandibulise aba bantu bahle apha phambi kwam, i-graduates zanamhlanje. Zange ke ndaxakwa kuthetha xa ndime phambi kwabantu, kodwa ndithe ndawubona abantu bebenyuka apha namhlanje ndamelwa yimatha. I'm going to speak today on 4 things, but because of the 2 sessions, I've broken them down into 2. Sithetha nabantu bakwa management. sithetha ne-managers today. And I have taken of these four, two things that I think are going to benefit you in the future as the managers zangomso. Kukho into ekuthiwa yi-purpose statement yalapha ewuso. Ethi xa ifundeka, in pursuit of excellence, Walter Sisulu University addresses societal challenges by producing relevant, innovative, and impactful research, championing sustainable and just development, and graduating versatile individuals. Iti xa ivala, iwusu ine-core values which are honesty and integrity, quality and excellence, respect and ubuntu. Ngomso, mhlambi abanye benu, bazawuphatha i-department nge-department, bazawuphatha amasebe ngamasebe, mhlambi abanye benu bazawuphatha kwale university sifunda kuyo. I want to give you a few tips as you are about to be managers. As someone who has been leading SRC for these few months, we have dealt with different types of managers. We have dealt with managers who are not willing to listen. We have dealt with managers that do not have intellectual content. We have dealt with managers who are not sympathetic of the current societal needs. We want you as these graduates, as SRC, to say that nizakuba zi-managers ezinomehluko. Nizakuba zi-managers ezinenyani nezinesidima. Ungathi inguwe okhokhele i-department ibe nguwe ongavanisa abantu. Ungathi inguwe okhokhele i-department ibe nguwe ohambisa ulwimi, because you are going to be workers and employed. Nizawusebenza usebenza uku. Kodwa makungathi ngepresence yenu kuphixane. You must be managers ezine quality and excellence to show where you come from. Into eniyenzayo mayibe sustainable. Into eniyenzayo mayibe equality, ningenzi uphela sonwabe, because you are representing the institution that you come from. Nibe zi-managers ezine respect. Ungathi just because ukwipost engaphezulu ungambonela into yenu umuntu ongezantsi kunawe. Ningabulahla ubuntu enibufundisweyo apha ewuso. Sinobuntu apha esifike sibufundiswe bazali. Mhlambi niye nothuke xa abantwana besurvive for so many years without any funding. These graduates you see here have survived ukusquatter. They have survived going with months kungangeni allowances. They have survived issues of being financially excluded ngenxa neminyaka abayifundileyo kodwa babengenalo elinye ithemba le-funding. So today, the managers, I wish that you will shine your light bright and you will come back and you will manage this institution directly. Makuthi ngokuqeshwa kwenu nibe ne-expertise, nibuye nizozi-investa apha e-WSU. Through your management skills, may we never see students being evicted again. And as the managers, nizawumanage this institution. May we never see students go hungry again, whilst now you are graduates. You have got a duty now to go and advocate on behalf of WSU. Go out there to the world and show them that we have got quality in our institution through you. Nibahle, niqhubekeke nibahle, nibe zi-employees ezinhle emisebenzini, nibukeke nicace ba nisuka kwi-institution that is one of the only ones left that is speaking of the African identity. Xa ndivala, ningabi nentloni ngoba zi-graduates zaseWSU. Niziqhenye ngaloo nto leyo. Bathi xa beninyhemba nithi ewe ndingowapha kulaa WSU, yoproduce umuntu ofana nam. Uyazazi wena bungubani, you know your ability, you know your quality. Ndiya-aphila also that andifuni ukuthi xa engekho uvisi. Kodwa thina singabantu abamnyama, when we are happy, we sing, we rejoice, we call our parents, we call our family and our friends. They are here to celebrate. Also, kulunye qha. Asifuni ke okokuba ijiki graduation because we are considerate of izinto that are beyond our control. Ndiyacela ke graduation yethu sesiyiqhuba ngalamo besiqale ngayo. Ndiyacela mhlambi nami ndingothuka sendikhathwa ndisathetha kodwa we-appealing that noko uba ngu-Eskom lumane icima makasixolele nje okumzuzwana side sigqibe.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Ze ningabaphikisi abantu xa besithi le ngoma ibuculelwa mna ndiphakanyiswe ngengoma. Upremier uthi zonke izinto ezilapha zezam. Kodwa mna ndiyakuthi aba bakwelapha kulicala, graduates who are no longer students, they can't be yours, Premier, ngabam. Because I speak here on behalf of Convocation. Madam Acting VC, DVC, Dr. Chak, members of council present, institutional management, academic and non-academic staff, student leadership and labor, distinguished guests, parents and family members, and most importantly, the class of 2022. It is an absolute honor for me to stand before you today and deliver this congratulatory message on behalf of Convocation. And better again into yokuthetha emva kwe-SRC because zonke ezi-SRC ndithetha emva kwazo kwezikhamba zithetha kamandi. Kodwa into endincedisayo into yoba into eninzi ebendicinga uba ndizayithetha bayayithetha. Sindenze ispeech sam singabi side kakhulu. Igama lam ndinguSandile Phuti. Mandizama uzizalanisa ndithi ndinguNgconde. Ndingunobhala we-Convocation ekhokhelwe ngu-Advocate uNgcuka Ithumi njenge-President. Kwezi speech simane ezizenza, we also get feedback. Izolo uthunya umama phandle, mntana ndini undililisela ntoni? Ndithi hayi mama nditheni? Andibalisele into yoba ndithe xa ndithetha apha izolo, ndathetha ngobunzima enigqithe kubo uzokufika kule ndawo. Ndathetha ngomzali athi xa ubuyile esikolweni angabi namali yokujikisa. Ndathi xa ndithetha ndathi umve thetha kancinci sithi uThixo uzaliveza icebo. Mhlawumbi ke yiloo ndawo uye yamlilisa umama. Ndiye ndaxolisa ke ngoba Namhlanje besivumelana into basizocelebrate sangazolelisa abazali bethu. Inyembezi emaziphume apha zezovuyo. Kuba kaloku nilapha nje thetha ukuthi eneneni uThixo waliveza icebo. Enye ye-feedbacks endizifumene ukuthi awukhawuleze uyozibukela pha ku-live uve bathini abantwana xa usithi wena hambani ke niyocelebrate. Nithi xa nifike elalini imoto ime kude kunekhaya ukwenzele ibe yimibhiyozo yokufika pha endlini ilali yonke iphume ikubukele. Sithi comments yo bhuti kungasa ndiligeza kweyam ilali. Hayi ndayi-screenshota ke ndayithumela abantwini ndayifaka nakwi-status sam kwa-WhatsApp zangena ii-comments zithi hey Said banyanisile. Kangoba abanye abazi nokuza apha eqongeni bafuna ukwaziwa into abagraduating. I had no idea that we live in such a world. Khona icawe ndikhe ndiye kuzo ndive xa kuthelwa ngeento ezimdaka ezinjalo kusithiwa fire. Mhlawumbi ke masithi fire kwiinto ezinjalo. Kaloku imele uba xa ufika elalini mntaka Nantsika ugraduatile ilali yonke celebrate nalaa family. Itsho ithi kanti nathi kule lali siyakwazi umkhupha umntana onje. From the onset, allow me, ladies and gentlemen, to offer my warmest congratulatory message on your academic success, which is the culmination of many years of dedication and hard work. But of course, this is only but part of the story. To get to this point, we have consistently said it has not been easy. It has not been without challenges. I'm sure that some of you were pushed to a point where you wanted to give up. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for summoning strength wherever you summoned it. Thank you for picking yourselves up every time you stumbled and fell. I am standing here looking at your parents and family members. I have a suspicion that this is where you draw your strength. Even for those of you whose parents are no longer on this earth, I have suspicion that this is where you drew your strength when the times were difficult. For that, we must appreciate them and say, Enkosi bazali. I looked at how you cheered the academic procession as it was coming in. You were calling the names of your lecturers, academic staff. I suspect that this is also where you drew your strength when the times were hard. And for that, we must appreciate them and say thank you very much. All the triumphs and setbacks you and your fellow students shared together have given you a remarkable bond and made your path unique. I also looked with absolute pride xa ningena apha nikhatshwa yimibutho yenu kuculwa in celebration of your success. It was a beautiful sight to see across all these campuses. Perhaps this too is where you drew your strength. Mhlambi kuthiwa, sons and daughters of Sobukwe, Africa, we must soldier on. Mhlambi kuthiwe, each other can fight and learn at the same time. Esithi ke i-SO xa ithandazo yona ayithandazele abantu be-student Christian organization isithandazela sonke. Mhlawumbi masibulele lo mithandazo. It is this brotherhood and sisterhood which established from these and other organizations and activities such as societies, abanye bebedlala bonke sports, abanye bebe-debate society. As Convocation, we want you to maintain that brotherhood and sisterhood. But now, as WSU products, as WSU alumni. That way you are able to protect, support, and care for one another wherever you are. Class of 2022. Against all odds, you are here today. Your graduating class has endured and overcome exceptional uncertainty challenges. Uthi umuntu xa ethetha ngani athi, you are the COVID generation. Because you understand how difficult it was to learn under those circumstances. Perhaps whilst your university experience is not quite what you expected, but nonetheless, it should be embraced. It should be cherished. You have adapted and grown in this difficult time, which has undoubtedly enriched you and obviously added to your academic success. Yours is the first generation in many decades that can take such individual and collective pride in your achievements in the face of adversity. We now unleash you in the real world, but now as professionals. It is a cruel and fast-changing world. Go out there and be confident. Expect the unexpected. Embrace new challenges and opportunities. Graduates, remember that WSU is forever your intellectual home. As you graduate and start out in your career, we hope that you will stay in touch with the university and one another. We hope that you will stay in touch with the university and with each other. Once again, my heartfelt congratulations to you and your families, and my very best wishes for your personal and professional success. I know that you will make your alma mater proud. Ayman, Godgan Goku, iphelile into ibithethwa. Thank you very much.
Masibophe manje. Enkosi. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Before I start, let me just quickly make just a quick a correction. There was no instruction to switch off the mic from the university, but we always understand we are going to engage with the service provider as they are, because they also needed, of course, to see how their equipment can be protected. But at the same time, as we stand here and we have allowed ourselves to come without a mic, we are also worried about the issues of COVID, but we'll see how we can correct that. We must apologize, but it's something that we're going to discuss. It is indeed my pleasure to propose a vote of thanks to this gathering on behalf of the Chancellor, on behalf of the Chair of Council, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, and on behalf of our acting Vice Chancellor. To the Butterworth community, Butterworth campus community, thank you very much for welcoming us and for this warm hospitality. To the WSU Council, always supporting us under the leadership, the presence of Dr. Gekle, always support us, and we really appreciate your guidance. And Mr. Puti for double barreling to be a member of Convocation and a member of Council. Thank you very much for that. To the Convocation, thank you always for taking the baton. We graduate the student, and then after that, there is that kind of expectation that a necessary support always needed to be provided. And we really appreciate our active convocation and always engaging and in contact with, as well as the university, always try and be part of those interactions. The religious, political, business, and traditional leaders who have taken time to join us, we really thank you for coming. and spending time with us and enjoying our day with us. Siyabulela Reverend Sizani for leading us with a prayer this morning. We really appreciate it. Sinjalo apa sonke singama Africa. That's what we do where we come from. It's always that xa uzawuvula itheko noko kufuneka ibekho lonto ekudibanisayo. VC Prof Tanga, I will say VC. I know it's a former VC of CPUT. Thank you very much for not honoring only our graduation, but for your confidence in entrusting to us with the education of your family. Because you are here, because of your family also has joined us and they are graduating. We really appreciate that. That's from another university, entrusting and confidence with Walter Sisulu University. Thank you very much. I think that deserves a round of applause. We have always been saying this is a three-way partnership that has been happening here. This is the product of a three-way partnership. It's starting with the parents, it's starting with the guardians at home when they take that decision to say, we are going to entrust you with umntana wethu simthumele phaya eWalter Sisulu University ubajonga. We really appreciate that. Not only that, once you eselapha, provide some funding for them always. And once belapha, you provide the emotional support. Not only that, when we come to celebrate, you are also part with us. We really appreciate that to the parents. And I must extend along the same line also to the funders of the students. Different funders that are funding these students, we really appreciate it. They are a key part of this component of a three-way partnership. We really appreciate it. The second component on this partnership is, of course, the students. We really appreciate what we have done and what we have shown the other students that are out there. And even when we are coming in, the way they appreciate the activity that are taking place. We really appreciate that you respected us as a university. You respected our rules of the university. Honestly, we appreciate that. And I must indicate, under the leadership of the ISRC, the values that we always entrust, even today, they are part to continue on that. Siyabulela Nkokeli for the work that you have done. We really appreciate it. The third partner in this, of course, partnership, of course, is the university. The university, we're talking about academic staff, we're talking about support staff, others organized and non-organized unions. We really appreciate the work that has been done under the work of the manager, the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Songa, the leadership that she has provided together with her team. We really appreciate that. And the message that came through the acting Vice-Chancellor today, of saying, we have not given you academic content, academic skills, but we also try to give you types of values that you will need when you go out there. Even on this day when you are to graduate, take an opportunity to come and pass that message to say, look, these are the values. You need to be fearless, you need to be positive, you need to be ambassadors of your own family and, of course, of the university. We also appreciate, of course, the message that all the campuses of Walter Sisulu, that's what we have been saying, that as this current administration, we've got a new vision 2030, and every campus is part of that future. All of us, there is no Walter Sisulu without Butterworth campus. There is no Walter Sisulu without Mthatha campus. There is no Walter Sisulu without Buffalo City campus. There is no Walter Sisulu without Komani campus. All of us are part. We are one university, and we appreciate that. And today you are having these graduates, and you've got a team that have been working. Those team, starting from the side of the student affairs through our choir, beautiful melody, in terms of jogging us so that silukhumbule olusuku. The division ka registrar, the division ka COO in terms of the security and everything that we see, the division from MCA, all of them for putting up this show to help us to celebrate this day. We really thank all of them. We really thank all the teams that have been working, even those that have been working behind the scenes. Unfortunately, right from Reverend and through the speech of the Vice-Chancellor and the SRC and Mr. Puti, there is something that you have been saying that our job is not done yet. And that's one thing that has been raised. To say, much as we take the student, we take your children to our university, we have given his tanga, but it will be concluded lendo when they go back, when they are working. That is something that participate. So the three-way partnership does not end there. Now, there is a sad part that we know. The unemployment rate in South Africa is 34.5% generally. But in West, we youth between 15 and 24 years, of which majority of you fall in that, where it is about 64%. But one thing that we cannot do, we cannot all come here or anywhere going around and lament this problem. Asinolila sonke noko. Makungakhala umntana apha endlini, kukhala umama, kukhala utata, kukhale wonke umuntu. Something has got to be done. Somebody must stand there at, therefore, this is something that needed to be done. Let me tell you one thing. Unfortunately, this is a big problem. This is a big challenge, and we know that, and we've got to deal with it. And it's affecting us. It's affecting an African child. Sadly, this is what you must know, Mzwase Africa. Bantwana base Africa. You are on your own. That is something that we've got to think of. When you are beginning to think about whatever that you are going to face, remember Africa, you are on your own. In the last 2 years, I am going to conclude by indicating in terms of possibilities of what we need to do to assist each other. In the past 2 years, a very bad pandemic ravaged the whole world. What happened? All other Western countries developed a vaccination. What they did, they distributed it among themselves right through up until today. Only Africa has got less than 10% of a vaccination. The rest of the countries in the Western countries are sitting at about 64%. They are really up there. 64%, others 70%, others 80%. You ask yourself, if this disease, a COVID, inobuya ngoku ize apha Africa nangoku nisindele nje ngokulambisa apha Africa, nobody can tell into bana kwenzeke ntoni. Masimbulele uThixo encedile Africa ba ide yangangeni kakhulu, but nobody can explain. But if ibinongena yenze nantoni, we've got no defense. And if besithi sixhomeke ke into yobana sixhomeke omnye umuntu, we are kidding ourselves. That will never happen. But what I'm saying, let us not despair. Let us not despair. Kaloku uMandela utshilo wathi it always seem impossible until it's done. uMandela was inspired by a group, now I'm speaking to you as I'm about to land, by a group of young African women and men who were at the university, who met in Manchester, in England, in 1945. Under what is called Pan-African Congress. Among those young men were a very young 34-year-old Kwame Nkrumah of Gold Coast, today is known as Ghana. Among those men were a maturing 39-year-old Hastings Kamuzu Banda. These are young men that came in there. They were at the university. They were studying in England, and that's where they met. A maturing 48-year-old Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya. They were there. Among those women who were there, Amy Garvey was there, who later married Marcus Garvey in Jamaica. They were there in that particular meeting. And this meeting was organized purely by these young men and women. There were about 70 of them. They came together. They were at the university. They have studied. They were doing higher degrees, some of them. They came together and said, we need to... They were responding to the formation of United Nations, whose solution they could see after the Second World War that it was not taking care of Africa. It was not taking care of Africa in every bit of it. What they saw, they said there is no way. We need to meet. They met in 1945. United Nations was also forming, but they were trying to fight that particular problem. Isiza to Salon, they had seen it before. After the First World War, the League of Nations, the Foreign League of Nations in 1920, a lot of promises were made, but the problem, Western countries are going away and they save themselves. And Africa, you are on your own. The only thing that I could do in 1920, after forming League of Nations, is to give each other a Nobel Peace Prize. Now, one thing that I want to pick up from this story that inspired Mandela is number one, youth who stood up when everyone was saying it was impossible. But today, from that meeting, from that ordinary meeting, we can say today, Kwame Nkrumah went on to lead Ghana towards independence. Jomo Kenyatta went on to lead Kenya towards independence. Banda, Malawi towards independence. Cannot forget our own Mandelas and our own Sobukwes. When you look at that, it was the youth that did that because of the big problem. You cannot say this is a very big problem and therefore you're going to sit and not do anything. You learn from your history. The second thing that they did was to use the available resources that were there at the time. Your question would be, kwakutheni bengazodibana le-Africa? They did not beat Africa, but because the resources that allowed them, and nabo babephaya, but it's awusebenzisa le resource esinayo, this latest technology to meet as the Africans and decide the solution for Africa. That's the second thing that they did. The third one was, of course, leadership came from higher education. Those leaders came from higher education. Now, some of you will know this statement. Acting Vice Chancellor, iyathetha youth yase South Africa. South African youth is speaking, and abantu abadala, they must begin to listen. They must begin to listen, because some of these problems, they tend to affect them. Mobilize, educate for socialist education. IPASMA will tell you. And when you lead into, they're not talking about themselves, they are talking about, forget about this elitist kind of education. They need people to be working. Our land, our jobs now. The youth of EFF is saying that. Same common message you can go up around. Strive and work for the educational upliftment of the youth. ANC Youth League say that. You can go to all of those. The youth is beginning to speak, and you must make sure that we listen. The greatest tool, when I come to this solution, the greatest tool as I say in the 21st century, information. A detailed information. We need to know, where are you? What are you doing? So that we can engage and begin to communicate with you. Nobungaba pininazo cell phones zenu, and you are able to connect anywhere. Continue to connect. Walter Sisulu has developed the social media space. Nani you can talk. Now where you show Convocation uchilo up what you could form elape mani igcwalise. Siyayicela nigcwalise lo form. Give the information as detailed as possible so that we can begin to communicate and know where you are. So that sizawuyazi into bani graduates zase Walter Sisulu ezingasebenziyo mainly zkweyiphi program. So that sizawukwazi uku-advise the future. So that sizawukwazi ukuthetha with the employing world out there. Let me make a few announcements, VC, as I sit, acting VC, as I sit down. The guests, VIPs and academic processions are invited for a refreshment at the Bongo restaurant. And at this stage, I would request the congregation to rise and join in the singing of the national anthem that will be led by the choir. And finally, I would also request the congregation to remain standing until the academic procession has left the hall. I thank you.
by virtue of the powers vested in me as the acting Vice-Chancellor, I also award the qualifications in absentia to those students not present. I hereby dissolve this congregation of Walter Sisulu University.
Established in 2005 as a result of a complex merger, Walter Sisulu University has now positioned itself as an institution of higher learning that is committing itself to harnessing socio-economic, cultural, and ideational assets within the Eastern Cape context, expanding to an African context, and is daring enough to touch the international shores. We have over 30,000 students, making us the biggest institution in the province. This university over the years has collected a rich identity and legacy through its historical role as an institution of access for the disenfranchised, to now becoming an institution pursuing excellence through its commitment to creating and implementing carefully designed student development initiatives and an empowering curriculum that ensure Walter Sisulu University graduates are able to access the highest echelons of society. Walter Sisulu University Vision 2030 views academic excellence as the dynamic interplay of talent, vision, and creativity born out of a new attitude and a fresh commitment to position the university for excellence. We boast of over 150 programs that have seen the university respected across sectors through its illustrious alumni. This is Walter Sisulu University, a university in pursuit of excellence.